Hello, everyone. Dave's not here. I hope that's okay. But
Yes!
welcome to the what are we on? February 2022 edition of TCGS Talks Over. My name is Sean Bell. I'm joined by James Farley
Hello.
and Matthew Murray.
Hello.
Dave's at a wedding, or so he tells us. I mean,
It is the season.
It is the season. Well, it's just
It's
going to
the
be the year, isn't it? Everyone's getting fucking married because they haven't been able to for the last 2 years, which is fair enough. But yeah, so this was what we're talking over this month. I've been saying for a while, and this isn't me taking credit. Don't worry, Dave, if you're watching this. I've been saying for a while that I wanted to do like an old episode of Tomorrow's World, and then Dave dug this one out, which I don't know how much of it he watched, but he said it looked like a good one. And yeah, this is their web special from October 2000.
So, okay, we're thinking Web 2000s. What I mean that's pretty early on, as in like of like mass adoption, like early on.
Yeah.
Are we thinking? Is this free
What phone
serve?
I had 2000. It was the first year on a year's 2000.
Would you have had a phone then? Yeah, I suppose you would. It might have been a brick,
yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Yeah,
It would have been.
I
Well, yeah, because it would have been like a Nokia phone or
Oh
something.
yeah,
still,
but yeah, the
by that stage.
3210 was in full swing, wasn't it? Yeah.
This is post Matrix, but like then before, but no, it's not post. Is it post broadband or not? I'm not sure. I can't remember.
I don't
We still on
think
dial-up at this
so.
time?
I think I'm trying to think because I was we were lucky and we were one of the first like people to get broadband because we were in a cable and wireless area.
Yeah, so were we.
Yeah,
We were, which was brilliant.
And I remember like streaming like 320 by 240 anime while my brother was playing like Quake, and it was like, oh my god, this is unbelievable.
It was like a whole 512 down.
Yeah.
That you were getting, which is amazing.
So yeah, that was definitely. I'm pretty sure that was a couple of years after because I'm trying to think. I was born in '85, and I'm pretty sure it was like I was in college when we got broadband. So yeah, so like a couple of years after this, I suppose. But yeah, it's just I thought this would like Tomorrow's World would be a fun one to revisit because like it's one of those ones you often see. There's that is it an official BBC account where they just post like archival footage?
Yeah.
And there's just always clips from Tomorrow's World, and it's just funny how often it falls either side of like either like occasionally actually like, oh shit, that's actually quite prescient of them that they got stuff right, or oh my god, this is embarrassing, this is really shit, and they think it's cool, and it's so
yeah. Because did you post that clip or that tweet the other day where it was like a clip from the Tomorrow's World? It was like the archives, and I was desperately trying to find that particular episode. But I searched everywhere I could.
Is that the one where the guy's like, this is like the office of the future, and it's this fucking huge bag, and he opens it up, and it's like, yeah. Obviously, the one we're going to watch is more recent than that, but I think, but then that might make it funnier because this is going to be like recognizable to us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like watching one from the 70s, it's easy just like, it's old.
I'd just love to know if this is the time when when everyone was trying to find like because it was mostly dial-up, like most people I think were still probably using dial-up at this stage, and there was that whole thing about like trying to find a dial-up provider that wasn't extortionately expensive or even had free stuff. Like, I mean, do you remember it was free serve, wasn't it? It was the first one that was like no additional fees, and then there was another one which then was like, oh, the calls are free, but it was like impople to use because everyone was trying to like hammer it and like get on it.
Then the classic like you have anything, you have a 59 minutes of free internet. So 59 minutes you disconnect, reconnect. Yeah, was that BT? I think.
See, I remember the first provider I had was CompuServe, like, and this is really going back like a long. This was like maybe mid-90s, I think it was like with that, and it was dial-up like CompuServe, and they charged like per hour like the service, and then also you had to pay for the phone call as well. But the worst thing about it was the fucking BT minimum charge of 5p for connection. So the thing is, if you start doing that, if you're like connecting regularly every day, like do that 10 times, that's 50p, man. It's like then you get like a massive phone bill. Terrible.
Do you get the thing of like being so even when using free serve or whatever, but knowing that like this wasn't free serve. Oh no, was free serve still an 0845 number? Was that free? I can't remember.
No, it wasn't free. It was still like a local call.
That's right, but there was no like monthly charge or whatever. Yeah. And I remember obviously after an hour, that the call would be itemized on the bill.
Yeah.
So I'll be playing Fantasy Star Online and stuff, and then being like, shit, it's been 58 minutes. Right, I'm gonna go. Run downstairs, like unplug it, just reconnect.
I mean, my dad used to go when he went to work. He used to take the the modem cable with him to work to stop me using it. When I came home from school or whatever.
And was that a valid concern? Or
yeah, because I ran up enormous bills. Because the thing was, I was also using BBSs as well. Like before the web, I was calling into BBSs and playing Doom and stuff like that online.
Yeah.
So I'd just come home from school and then there was this one in Mansfield, which was far away from where I live, so it was actually like a national phone call.
Of course, I completely forgot about the distinction between local and national calls. Fuck, that was a thing.
And I was always really jealous because in America it always looked like local calls were free. There was that whole thing, and it was but they were certainly not in the UK.
Yeah, and
it was really expensive. I went out and bought another modem cable.
I was going to ask you had a second one at home, sneaky.
Yeah, went down.
Isn't that nowadays? Obviously you get 3 minutes and free text, but no one even bats an eyelid. I must have seen 4 SMSs in the last 2 or 10 years or something crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it?
Bonkers.
It's like they advertise, it's completely free, and it's like, because I will barely use it.
Yeah.
There's no actual cost to the provider really, because it's
and what's weird on Virgin, if you also on Virgin Media, we've got a basic TV package. Really, only got it for the internet, but every year or so is hey, I want to renew or want a new deal, and hey, you've got to include the phone if you want a better deal.
Right?
Why? I don't even have a phone at home.
See, we've got that as well.
Phone to everyone who doesn't use it.
We've got here we use Vodafone cable, because they're one of the major cable providers in Germany, and it's but we've got a phone line. I have no idea how to connect it or where it is or anything at all. It's never going to use it. It's
because I wondered this. I mean, this is getting probably as far as we need to go technically with this because it's going to get boring. When we got fiber to the property installed, and the guy installed it, and I said, sorry, just to be clear, so this is a completely new line, isn't it? And he was like, yep. And I was like, so I don't need the phone line, do I? And he's like, nope. Maybe phone him up. But then when I looked, so basically, if you say you want fiber to the property, so say it's a completely new line, say that there's no BT line whatsoever, they will charge you the same. And it's just, do you want a phone line as well, yes or no? And they don't charge any extra for it. Now, obviously it's pay as you go in terms of calls you make and stuff. But it's just it's there. Fucking, I don't know, do what you want or not.
I presume people still do have they're buying.
Yeah, people still have them, yeah.
I mean, but in our generation, are they really doing that?
Probably not. It's a pain in the ass.
Elodie doesn't know the concept of, there's a physical phone in your house that you ring.
It's attached to the wall.
There's a physical BT phone in the house that's grey, that's in the hall
ring.
for some reason.
I've tried explaining to Isaac that there is a wire going out of the house, and that's where the telly and everything comes from. I don't think. I mean, obviously he doesn't get it yet because it's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Madness. Anyway,
should we crack on?
Let's watch Tomorrow's World. And just before we do, did we all watch this when we were younger?
Oh God, yeah. Sorry, we've not had that discussion, but yeah, absolutely. I used to. I always used to love watching it. And it was always halfway through they'd do the medical bit. They'd be like, "Oh, here's medical advances." Boring. Put the computers back on. Give me some robots.
It won't surprise you to know I used to love it.
Yeah.
They're releasing a Nokia 3310.
Unbelievable! How could they improve?
Yeah,
on the
Snake 2. What? I mean, what they're doing?
I mean, could you do this? Yeah, let's play it.
Let me know if it's not playing.
Car Wars in half an hour on BBC One. First, a high-speed trip along the information superhighway.
It is, although why can't
Hello and welcome to the future. This is a Tomorrow's World Webwise special to put you a click ahead of the internet revolution.
Sponsored by
Live from
BT.
BBC Future World here in Bristol.
Oh yeah.
That's not even a thing on BBC these days, is it? Really? Is it?
They're not allowed to do that normally. It's.
I don't think. Yeah. It's mad.
Meet the electronic clone. It's a perfect copy of you with a mind of its own. The internet on your mobile phone. So good you can watch video on the move.
So everyone at home can still hear it.
And the coolest kit to make you an internet star on your own webpage.
There we go, fine. Was it me or did every intro have like a shot of a baby in water?
A new user logs onto the internet somewhere on the
You're
planet.
talking about the Nirvana
You
cover.
can do it here at Future World, the BBC's glimpse of the digital future.
And that's why we're here with the help of Webwise. Yeah, we're going online with our very own net novices, the Goodmans, who'll be straight in at the deep end with some internet challenges.
Be on the net.
And if talk of emails, websites, and
They'll get
search
the
engines
Webwise.
sounds like a foreign language to you, don't panic. That's where the
Before the end of
Webwise
the show, one of them
campaign
was
comes in.
Googling tips.
It's
Yeah,
your
I was going to say, yeah.
free internet
And found his
Webwise.
first ever pornography.
So if you reckon you're ready to
two
go online
Webwise.
for the first time, ring us on 0800
Calls
100
are free.
900.
Calls are free.
That's 0800 100 900.
You won't be alone. There are
Also,
already
what's
over
funny is
300
again back in the day where there's 0 T&Cs at the bottom.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
all like
Yeah.
But I guess there wasn't like cool's charged.
Lawless society
Yeah.
we lived in.
Do what you want.
50 million people online out there, and some of them doing it in real style, like Elliot here. Now, he's kitted out to play this online game of the future with literally hundreds
What's
of
it gonna
other
be?
players all over the world
Literally
in real
hundreds.
time. Looks
Literally
exciting,
hundreds.
Elliot.
Yeah, it's really exciting stuff. I'm just getting set up to play some games online now.
We can watch some
What
of
the fuck is he wearing?
here also online, thanks to a web camera that we've set up in a cyber cafe somewhere in London. You can see the tiny little picture here on this picture, and there they all are trying to beat our champion. There is his medals. He's got a gold medal or two. What's it like,
Very
Elliot?
nice.
It's really good fun and battling your way through all these different countries and different players all over
What's
the
he
world.
holding? What's
Online
happening?
game.
And you've got special glasses
That's a joystick.
which show you the picture in 3D, and
Yeah.
this very interesting chair here which sort of strobes or
3D
something. What's it
glasses,
do?
apparently.
It makes you feel like you're in the game. You hear rockets fire past you, and you got this 3D sound, and everything explodes with you.
I think
Hull
that's
States.
Yeah, definitely.
bullshit. I don't
The
think
World
we
Wide
have 3D
Web
sound
isn't
then,
just
did
for
we?
serious netheads like Elliot. It's for absolutely
He just means
everybody.
stereo.
That's right. I'm here in our digital area with our local family, ready to take up the
Oh, the guy on the
challenge
left
of
doesn't
the
know what to
internet.
do with his
Meet
hands,
the
bless him.
Goodmans. This is Judy and Mike.
I was going
and
to put my
there's
left hand in my
Matt
pocket, and then that
David.
felt weird, so now
Hello.
it's just sort of half out. And
Excellent. Well,
You know, he's
we've got
flexing
some
his
challenges
fingers
for
as
you
well.
guys.
He's like, oh, what do I do with this?
You've got experience on the internet, haven't you? Yeah. Okay, so where have you mainly used the internet? In school.
Yeah, at school, doing projects and things.
Well, we
Yeah, of
thought
course,
the
yeah,
work would be too easy for you guys, so we
Yeah,
set
just
you a task
education
that
stuff.
involves creating a special email to invite people to a Halloween party. We want it to be as exciting as possible with music and graphics and stuff.
They're writing
So you can
emails.
get to that.
They're writing
Now, Mum
emails.
and Dad, you really haven't ever been on the internet before, have you?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Never, nothing. Well, we've got some.
Okay, well, I do not trust this dad. He's been on the internet.
I was gonna
Because
say-
I wouldn't even be able to tell you how to Google anything. I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
not Googled
Yeah.
a thing. I don't even know what.
We couldn't even tell you what sort of thing is on
No,
there. It's just complete
I
mystery.
heard there's anything on the. Is there anything I wouldn't even know? But I've heard there is anything on the
I
internet.
mean, I barely watch television. I'm a...
No, I certainly haven't been on free serve. So the wife's asleep.
Challenges to get you started. First off, how much do you know about your surname?
Not very much, but we know it has connections with Birmingham.
With Birmingham.
Exciting.
Name Goodman. We wanted to find out about
Whoa!
famous
Wow.
heroes or villains in your
What a
past. That's your
revelation.
task.
Yeah, we
And Mum,
gave a DNA sample and they managed to trace it to...
book a romantic weekend away for the two of you.
To the ball ring.
Now, if you manage to book it during the time when we're on air, then you can have 250 quid budget for your
Lovely.
trip.
Sounds
if you
great.
don't, you're going to be at home with the kids.
Oh, like trick or
Sorry.
treating.
So get
Yeah,
to
so
it now.
fuck
You won't
that.
be
Back down to
alone.
earth.
We've got Phil here to help you get started. He's our
get
Webwise
scanned.
guru. We've got everything we need, haven't we?
Oh, absolutely. We've got
Me
a
looks
number
like
of
a bit of a-
internet-connected computers.
Oh, he's
We've
got one of
Travel
those.
aid, isn't it?
software they might
He's got one
need,
of
so
those
really,
Microsoft
everybody's
natural
ready to go.
keyboards, which were horrible.
Oh my god, yeah, the sort of
Yeah,
split. They
ergonomic.
still do those, right? People
The
like
trouble
yeah.
with the web is that when it's busy, and it's very busy at this time of night, it can be very slow. But help is at hand. A new technology called broadband is going to be
Whoa.
super fast connections. The only hitch is you're going to
Sounds
have
like
to
a
hack
pipe
your
dream,
way
mate.
through a jungle of jargon.
Hack your way through jargon.
Kilobits per second, WAP, ADSL, broadband.
Can you imagine if you did this and then like, one of these that goes past just says Pornhub?
You know what ADSL is?
ADSL.
Yes.
asynchronous digital subscriber line, thank you.
ATSL, it sounds like a brake system.
ADSL, transport company, is it?
Well, we've come to visit in North London and know exactly what ADSL means. Actually, it stands for Asymmetric Digital Subscriber Line.
I thought it was asynchronous. Shit, I've fucked up online. I'm never going to live this down.
It really just makes the internet a lot easier to use. It's always there. It's much faster.
Googling it. I don't give a shit.
Games much quicker, and it's fun, really.
ADSL is one of several types of broadband line which give you a much faster web connection.
4, I think that was.
Clever
Or is it
modems
3?
What is
No, it's
asymmetric?
Squeeze up to 20 times as much data down it.
This will be my last ever show.
Almost instantly.
I'm going to have to
You can
quit
also
now.
get broadband down a cable TV line.
It's Aurora 3.02, I think.
BT's been testing its ADSL service with its employees at home. The Heggertys have been using it for a year.
If you're just using the computer for something else and you want to just check something out, within really 5 seconds you're looking at what you want to be looking at. It's always connected.
There's no logging on.
It's so connected.
What the fuck?
He said, it's always connected to the internet. Like,
That was so weird. Can we hear that again?
Yeah, I want to hear that again.
Yeah.
Did you forget we're recording a show?
It's always connected.
Go back.
5 seconds you're looking at what you want to be looking at.
Connected to the internet.
It's always connected.
With ADSL, there's
That is just a gaff, right? That's not supposed to be in the...
We're not at home. You can't just shout across the room.
That sounded like the host, though.
Camera.
That sounded like him just prompting her. Yeah.
No, I thought that was maybe her partner.
They're like, we'll sort that out in the in post.
Yeah, they'll fix it.
They forgot.
Fix it in post. You've got computers now, look.
It's there all the time.
This is the
And all
guy
the
editing
family
it.
Use it, even 2-year-old Kieran. Broadband lines also open up a whole new world of possibilities because for the
They
first
teaching that
time,
kid how
this
to gamble.
sets quality TV
This is
pictures
well
over the web.
sinister.
Yeah.
We've set up a Tomorrow's World test to show you just how much difference a broadband line actually makes. Now, this computer is connected to the internet on a standard
Unfortunately,
telephone
thanks to
line.
Margaret Thatcher,
Well,
most
this
of you
one-
won't be able to enjoy this for quite some time.
Each of them I'm
We've
now
downloaded a
going to
program
follow up
called Napster.
favourite moment from the last Tomorrow's World WebWise programme when Steve Redgrave, the Olympic record-breaking rower, was racing lots of other people live on the internet.
That'd be even better.
Now, here's Steve rowing here. Who's rowing against him and where?
A real player.
God, that brings back
Well, now
memories.
we've
Still
got them both
exists,
up
you
and
know.
running, and
Yeah.
you can see that this picture really is
does
quite
Winamp.
impressive. The broadband does
Yeah.
give it almost
Still whips
complete
the llama's
video
ass.
quality.
It does, yeah.
Unlike the standard telephone line, which, as expected, is very blurred and jerky.
Very framey, yeah.
Well done, Steve. Broadband is just coming in. That means that at last we'll be able to start watching TV and films in real time.
I mean,
over
that
the
was a
internet.
pirate website, wasn't it? It's just a list of films. Fucking
Well, in fact, our
fill your
mobile
boots.
is already being transformed by something called WAP. Do you know what WAP is?
No idea.
You must be in the
wireless
digital
application
divide.
protocol?
I'm the
It
other
is.
side of
Can't
the
remember.
digital.
Isn't it wet ass?
Or
Oh,
wet
no,
ass
sorry,
pussy, yes.
Yeah. Let's get half
We need there's got to be some comedy here, just editing that segment with the song.
I was right.
That I can load down into my phone, cut down text versions of the internet.
But that's nothing to do with broadband.
So if I fancied some sailing,
This is
say,
what Matt Murray
I could go
used to
the
use
Met
to
Office
cheat at
site
pub
to look up
quizzes,
the
isn't
weather
it?
tomorrow
Yeah,
in South
famously, yeah. I mean, that was before it probably came in. People didn't know what I was doing.
I used to read the news on it
Just
sometimes
texting.
at college.
But eventually,
They just
there we
knew
go.
that I knew
Maximum
Paula Radcliffe's
21
winning,
degrees.
you know,
Perfect
time
sailing.
at the
Seems
London
like the sort
Marathon.
of thing you would
The
know.
little cloud symbol is
Why
about as
question it?
sophisticated as it gets. Current mobile links can't even cope with photos, let alone video.
But ASCII
But
images, though.
that's about to change. What you're seeing here is extraordinary. Michelle has left her young children with their older cousin, but for extra
And she
reassurance,
doesn't fucking
she's
trust
able to
her one
watch a
bit.
live picture of her mobile linked to an organizer. The pictures are taken by this little camera here, and then
Wow.
they're cleverly squeezed down by an
Oh yeah, this
ingenious
is when
piece
they
of
did
computer
it like it was
software. So they can
yeah, it
go
was like just
through the
pictures,
internet
wasn't it,
from
continuously,
mobile
rather
That's
than
right,
actually
yeah, it
recording
was-
video.
It's like a
Here's
live
mobile
GIF, I
phone
think, was a
receiving
thing
those
they would do
pictures
sometimes.
and then pushing them by infrared link into this little screen display.
Infrared
here.
link.
It's really quite remarkable that Michelle can look at these pictures of her children right now through a phone line. Bit jerky the picture, but remarkable
gonna
all the
say.
same. And the idea is that the screen and the telephone will, within the next few months, become one unit that you can hold in your hand.
Because Michelle's cousin
Imagine
used to be in
Technology will
prison,
really
and she doesn't trust her.
as the mobile networks improve. Within months, the next generation of mobiles will allow much smoother pictures. And in a few years' time,
this is prior
what's
to
called the
3G, isn't
third
it? Like, as in
generation
the 3G phones that came from
broadband
3.
quality on your mobile phone.
But is that
It'll
just
be in the
pictures?
future
That's
where we're
pretty
able to
smooth.
watch
It's just
TV
pictures.
and video clips down an internet phone.
I think isn't
wherever
there a
we
way
are.
of doing like a live GIF?
Yeah.
Broadband services
that's
are being launched by
how
at
it
least a
works.
dozen
What
internet
is that?
companies as we speak.
Probably
It might
router.
come cheap. It could cost you up to £50 a month. Now,
Imagine
welcome to
that.
the future
I
of
was gonna say,
radio.
yeah.
Looks a bit like an old-fashioned
What's a
radio, doesn't it? All
DAB?
these lovely big buttons and dials and this and the other. But this is no traditional radio. You
Looks like
just
it's got an
plug
angry
it into
face.
the phone line direct,
Into the
direct,
phone
like a
line?
computer, like that, and it works like an internet radio does. Now, what is an internet radio?
Live from Future World, this is a Tomorrow's World WebWise special. Let's get radio online.
Well, you may well recognise the voice.
Have
Yes,
explained
it's
the
Mark
thing.
Goodyear from
No.
Radio 1's
Goodyear.
very own Top 40 show. Hi, Mark.
He looks
Now,
really
what is
frightened.
this internet radio?
Internet radio is a way that you can listen to a radio station from anywhere in the world. Radio 1 and all of the BBC national stations get
I wonder
hundreds
if
of
they'll
thousands of
mention.
emails
No, they
a
weren't. I
day
was going to say,
from
well, they
people
mentioned
listening
podcasts, but
all
they
around the
definitely
world.
weren't a thing.
They're not
Just
going to
like-
mention
Of
Joe
course, the
Rogan.
radio they get
No.
is web
It's not gonna-
BBC is different from what they can hear at home, and the same works for us. in
Internet
reverse.
radio is where you can basically get right-wing
Well,
opinions.
right here there are 9,000 radio stations on
You know,
the
horse
available on the
tranquilizer
internet
is
now,
a
from
great,
China to Hong Kong, Indonesia.
Basically, it's going to be a whole thing where anyone can say whatever they want, which in the year 2000 sounds like a good idea, but let's just see how it pans out.
On this new gadget here, we can scroll down through all sorts of music, and it's searching for radio stations.
Obviously,
that
we can't
provide
read a
your
thing on
music
this
choice.
because
So
it's
let's
480p.
get down here to jazz.
Right.
Press select. We'll get some smooth
Oh,
jazz.
I saw
Let's see.
bop slash cool.
Okay, a station in Washington DC here. If we press the button, wait for it to connect, and we'll be hearing this pretty much as they're hearing it in Washington DC.
So this is as if I was in Washington, D.C. with an FM radio right by me. I mean, it's as close as that,
Yes,
the
and-
real source of the music.
And depending on your connection speed, it's not bad. You know, this is possibly
Pretty bad. Pretty
Also,
bad.
this is connecting to your phone line. This is costing you per minute
And
as well to listen to
Here in
this.
about 6 months.
amazing.
But you
Phone
want
up the
smooth
station.
jazz?
I mean, 1p on the weekend,
Well, if you
obviously,
don't
but
fancy
you know,
an
2p on
internet
evenings,
radio,
3p
well,
during the
that
day.
This is
You know,
an
it's
internet phone with a great
it's a simple
big
tariff,
screen that you can
321, but
use.
it was still very expensive.
It's got a nice telephone handle here for chatting to your mates. And if you don't fancy that, you can use it as a scanner as well. See, don't even need a computer to
So
get on the
scan
web.
what?
Now,
Yeah,
how are the Goodmans getting
Why
on
do you
with
possibly
these
scan
challenges? Now, we
shopping?
asked you to trace the ancestry of your name.
Presenting
Where
style
have
of
you
this
got
is
to?
so similar to
Well,
like Bad Influence.
Good
Yeah.
progress
It's that
here.
same sort of thing.
So they're
I
using
said that,
Google,
we had some connection
which
with, Birmingham,
was
so I got a
rare
page
then.
for,
Everyone was on Alta Vista and shit, right? Yahoo and stuff.
Well, Alta Vista was,
Oh,
yeah, it was
yeah.
Yahoo, but that was like
Currently,
powered by Alta Vista, but then they changed the provider to Google instead.
Scroll down the page.
But there was
Look at
tons of them in
that.
those days. You know, there's like
Yeah.
Lycos and stuff like that as well.
No, I'm
you know.
not sure.
Because I can remember the days of people being like, mate, have you tried Google? No, I've
Yeah.
never heard of it. Why is it
Yeah,
good?
yeah.
Like, you know.
You can do all sorts of stuff on the web, but it can be a bit
I
impersonal.
did enjoy this era.
Wouldn't
This
it
was
be lovely
this
if they had
like
a
the
nice,
sort of
friendly
new
face?
frontier kind of thing
Welcome
of
to
like
the world of
completely
3D virtual
no
beings,
regulations,
deep
nothing
in
at all.
cyberspace.
It
Our
was-
It's a lot
round
better, a
investigate.
lot more fun. You can do what you want.
Oh, that was terrifying.
It's the latest fashion on
Whoa.
the internet.
It's
That was me
cyberpunk.
working from home.
They're called avatars.
This
and
is the
some
metaverse.
programmers claim they
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is!
clone a human being.
This is better than
Clone a
some
human
metaverse.
being!
Programmers is to make these new inhabitants
Fuck,
of
this one is more
cyberspace
good.
truly intelligent, clever enough to carry out one-to-one conversations with you over the internet, so you think you're talking not to a computer, but to a real human being.
Although sometimes you'll
The
wish you
latest
weren't.
breed of programmers claim to be able to make an intelligent avatar, an interactive electronic clone of a real
That's
person.
not it. That's a laser
So
pen
will
and a
it work
camera.
for
That's
you?
not.
That's
To
how they're
make my
made, Sean.
cyberclone, I've got to get myself scanned into a computer, and to do this, they're capturing hundreds of images of me using a digital camera.
Just hundreds, that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Once we've taken the digital photos and the scans of Anya, we take it into a 3D package. We created this mesh from the imaging process that we use. This is what the final mesh looks like.
Oh god.
Once we're happy with the 3D virtual mesh of Anya, then we
Stephen
get a face
Manhattan!
and we have to manipulate
Oh,
it
there
to
she is.
wrap around the mesh in the correct form.
Is that the computer one or is that
At this
her?
stage, it's a case of putting it on
Oh, there she goes, look,
thing
doing her
and then
stunts.
working on the animation.
Wings?
Tell me your question name.
Cheeky.
Anya.
And can you tell me your current place?
Now my image has been copied, it's time for the difficult bit. To capture my personality, I'm asked 2 sets of questions. The first set is designed
2 questions to capture your entire personality.
Now,
avoid capture tests.
About your hobbies and interests.
I'm actually writing a novel.
There's a turtle lying on the ground.
Is set.
It's on its back.
She has to answer every single one of them. The second set is generated from what she tells us.
I'm actually writing a novel.
Questions.
Do you eat a healthy diet?
Mostly. The
Oh, so you're a liar as well, are you?
Completely, yeah.
Opinions
Completely subjective.
You're a liar.
I'd be like, no, I mean...
Social.
Look down at my belly. Yes.
After
You cheeky
answering
bastard,
hundreds
what are
of
you saying?
questions, the information I've given is collected together in order to make my avatar's personality.
Have you enjoyed being cloned?
Slightly scary. All the information which makes an avatar think is contained within something called an electronic hub, loosely modelled on the workings of the human brain. The information is
As far
divided
as we knew
into 2
then,
separate
yes, it
areas,
did.
personal details about me and specific facts.
What's that? What is that picture supposed? Is that her? That's her cyber brain, is it?
Dictionary.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
This is like brass eye.
While the emotional set contains information about who I am
The
and
next
how
one
I
just says
feel and
fact.
think.
Yeah.
When a question is asked, the
Nonsense.
system checks all possible answers, facts and emotions, and then constructs an answer. In the future, virtual characters contained within e-hubs and existing in cyberspace
E-hubs?
So it can
will be
answer
able
very
to talk and
specific
learn
questions
from one
that
Yeah.
another
she's already
without
answered.
any
It's a question. Have you written a novel? Answer again.
Look up a list of
I'm
small,
curious
yeah,
and
small list of
apprehensive
facts.
You
about
helpfully,
meeting my internet
mostly.
clone. So here we go. That, I have to say, is very strange. Now, Anya,
Just say it's
let's
shit.
ask you some
You don't have to
questions.
pretend.
What do you do?
I am a television presenter, and I work on Tomorrow's World.
Well, they got an
for
accent.
BBC.
Correct,
Yeah,
isn't it?
nailed it.
An American television presenter.
Hi, would you like to ask me some questions?
There are several versions of me on the internet, as you can see here. This is a more two-dimensional image, but this one knows all about me, so I'm going to see...
They're talking about it as if it's actual cloning, and they're just like, yeah, there's like 3 versions of me running loose on cyberspace. Don't know what they're up to now.
This is on Yahoo Chat
Yeah.
right now.
It
Kind of
carries
think
a
of them
lot
as like being my
information
children.
and helps to
you
make
know,
the
just-
world a smaller place.
What are your happiest memories?
Getting married and having my children.
Now, so far, my clone has come up with responses that I gave to the question, and the answers are right. But now I'm going to
Well, I hope they
test her
would be.
by
Yeah.
asking her questions that she doesn't know the answer to.
Just blue
Using the
screen.
information about
Yeah,
my
it's
likes
completely
and
fails.
dislikes, my avatar should be able to create its own response.
Good food and good company.
Oh, bullshit.
That's
We
ridiculous.
even give an
Bollocks.
opinion. Who will win the U.S. election?
I think Al Gore will win.
Oh no.
I have to confess
Fuck
that
that
I
up.
found the
Well, you
whole
can't do it,
experience
but,
of
you know.
being cloned rather disconcerting, because there I am now, immortalised in cyberspace. And who knows, characters like these could one day develop lives of their own, because their databases have the ability to constantly absorb new information.
Well, it's actually some way off all that, but
But you know what I mean, like,
this is much closer to
saying that
hand.
stuff as if just like that will just be cool and there'll be no problems with
You
it.
can see. That's
Like,
pretty
yeah.
realistic, doesn't it?
Consequence-free,
Yeah,
it's-
degrees anyway. You'll be able to get your
God,
very
that's
own
terrifying.
free virtual head like this just by sending in 2 digital photographs, one side view and
Is that
one
what
front
he's
view
in
like that, and then you'll be able to swivel it all
Blender?
around like that. So what do you use it for? Well, you could try on
Because
glasses,
at
your online optician,
ECGS,
for
you know, the European Computer Trade Show
Yeah.
in Earls Court, like I got my head scanned and they put on like a disc, and it was basically kind of that, and it was, I mean, it was a Blender. Is that what it's called?
Have you still
It
got
was
the disc?
Blender, yeah.
Was
Ah.
Blender going then? I assumed, obviously I know
Yeah, I
of
went
it
to
now,
the
but
booth. I went to the booth, they scanned me, and I had it on CD. You know, or
Amazing.
I guess or CD back then.
God,
yeah,
it'd be,
didn't-
oh, if you could find that,
Oh,
that would
yeah.
be
I, mean,
hilarious.
I wouldn't have thrown it out, but there's no way I've got it. I mean, I've got boxes of stuff right here that my parents gave me when I went back home recently.
Yeah, because you retrieved all your old game stuff, didn't you?
I'm wondering whether they're going to have Seaman on here. You know, because it
Oh,
was,
as in,
out
yeah,
around
yeah.
this time.
Depends how web-wise that family gets.
example, and I can even make it.
Hello, my name's Peter Snow. Welcome to the future.
If you want your own sneak preview, just send us an email of what will be
He looks
available.
dead comfy
and
there,
we'll
doesn't
send
he?
you our very own fun answer. There we are, a dashing
In a
young
child's seat.
star there, whose face you can change in all sorts of ways. The click of the mouse like that. Just bring the eyes out for you. There we are.
Whoa!
And why don't we finish up with a smile like that?
That's what he looks like when he's found some pornography for the first time.
He's became webwise.
Now, one area that's being
Oh, what's
revolutionised
happening
by the
now?
web is medicine. With
pre
me is
Peloton.
Oh, right, it's the medicine bit. Moth.
Oh, okay. Boring.
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of the internet is to transmit really vital, important information very quickly, which could be life-saving.
Excellent. And
Just made
peddling
that joke,
away
James.
furiously, Professor Jairama. Now, Professor, you've invented this intelligent shirt, haven't you? What does it do?
Basically, what it does is it takes the vital signs through the sensors that are embedded in the smart shirt, and that information is going through the wires here. And some of the vital signs that are monitored are such as the heart rate and the body temperature and my own voice.
I was going to say.
Finger on it.
I was just going to go with, and it looks great to boot.
Now, wires there. Phil's got a very good reason.
And now we have this in watches.
Yeah, I'm fascinated in this. We're trying to work the professor as hard as we can. You don't actually do much exercise normally, do you? No.
All right, fucking hell, he's on television, mate.
I want to see if we can make
Giving
this
him a
thing
hard
work.
time.
We're going to really push him as hard as we can and
What have
see
you
if our
fucking
expert on
invented?
the other side of the world can pick up what's happening to his vital signs.
Brilliant. So
Well, you
those
could have picked
vital
some more
signs,
suitable trousers.
Heart rate, you can see there, and it's breathing pretty high.
Well, he doesn't exercise
We're
often.
going into this
True,
computer.
yeah.
Didn't know what
Doesn't have any
over
jogging
the
bottoms.
internet to a top cardiologist, Dr. Belsky, based in Manhattan, New York. Now you can see Dr. Belsky
The cardiologist is just like, yeah, he's fucked. Get him off the bike, he's fucked.
He's about to die, you idiot.
I'll give him 2 weeks tops.
Of Professor Jairama's vital signs there.
Well, he looks like he's working very hard. His heart rate is close to 150, and he's got increased respiration. So he's
barely
doing a
moving
good
his
amount of
legs.
exercise.
That's right.
Pattern perception.
He's pedalling away like mad. You can stop pedaling now. Thank you very much, Dr. Belsky.
You've passed. It's all right. You've passed.
Phil, what's the purpose of this? I mean, isn't this just for hypochondriacs?
Well, it looks like a bit of a gimmick. You can even surf the net while you're doing this. But
Harsh.
actually, I mean, you can understand if you were up in a plane or in a war zone or somewhere, it would be useful. But for everyday patients who have chronic...
The two options. Yeah, if you're in a plane
Or in a war zone. That's just where my mind goes, and you know.
If you were up in a plane or in a war zone or somewhere, it would be useful. But for everyday patients who have chronic conditions, a chronic heart condition or diabetes, who need to be monitored closely, they would far rather be monitored at home with a bit of device like this rather than travel up to hospital. So I think internet medicine is the future.
Fantastic.
The great thing about the internet,
You would have missed that
access
show when you
it
were
gives
younger.
you to a
I would,
mass
yeah.
audience.
You would miss that whole
Emails
segment.
and scores,
Wandered off to get
hundreds of
some
people.
crisps.
But about how telling,
Go
how
to
about
Wimpy.
telling millions about yourself by setting up
Or
your very
Wombelos.
own web
Pack of
page. We'll
Golden
find out
Wonder.
how easy it is. We set Lindsay a challenge to get her own website up and running in just a day
Do you reckon this is
using
gonna
the
be
latest in
GeoCities?
cool
Yeah, man.
internet kit.
Most of us get on the internet using a free ISP, but how many of us have taken up the offer of free web space? Well, I've been on the internet
Used
for
to get
5
10
years,
megabytes.
and I've never created anything
good.
to put out there for the world to see. But today, that's going to change because I've been challenged to create a website in a day using the latest affordable technology. Now, to take my photo for my website, I'm going to use this.
Whoa.
It's a digital camera, and it's 2.1 megapixels.
Wow,
which means
that's
each
pretty good for
photo
that
is
era.
made
Yeah,
up of 2.1 million little dots. It's not the best.
Which
image
sounds
quality
like a
you
lot,
can get,
but,
but it's also not the most expensive. And it's pretty easy to use. You just point and shoot. Pictures are stored on an 8-megabyte flash
Jesus.
card. The screen on the
Yeah,
back
these-
allows you to
yeah.
preview your
Remember those
shots
things.
or
Was
scroll
that
through and
MMC,
delete
wasn't
the
it?
ones
They
you
were
don't
like-
Yeah. Yeah,
But
my
if I want
Nokia
moving
had recorded
pictures-
MMC.
Did it?
Now, one of the easiest and newest ways
My
to make
60
video
6110
for a
one?
website is to use one of these. A digital video camera. Now, this
But
one
forget
has
about this,
got
you
a
first get to the web
huge
design.
big screen
Yeah.
on the side of it, which means that you don't
No,
have to
she's
worry about
pivoting to
sticking your
video,
eye down a
James.
viewfinder. And it's supposed to be idiot-proof, so I brought along my friend John to be my camera.
It's great, isn't it? Because yeah, at no point in the making of this will have it occurred to them like, oh, and probably at some point you won't really have a website. You'll just do the videos and
camera
the.
for my site to show what to do and what
On
not
a
to do.
micro-blogging service.
Yeah, man.
Right,
Oh,
time to
shit.
get to work.
Whoa!
nice.
Wow! Look at that.
First things first, get the pictures off that digital camera.
It's the
Now,
toilet
to
seat
do this-
iBook.
Yeah.
A
Look how
reader
good
for
it
the
looks.
card. Pop the card into the reader. There we go. That's the one. Now, time to get some video onto my website. Now, I've got an advantage here because this camera and this computer both have a system called
Firewire. Yeah, it's Firewire. Yeah.
I can send the pictures.
That was one of the main reasons why the Mac was doing did really well at that stage because of the Firewire port that was just
I remember when they got rid of it, people were up in arms. Now that wasn't actually that long ago.
Yeah. Quick time.
Well, that was the first time I've ever used it, and it couldn't have been easier.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Website's gonna be a banger,
I'm
isn't
using
it?
Composer, which is part of the Netscape internet browser.
Oh, it's
and
a
that's available for
communicator.
free. You can download it over the internet. Now, it's supposed to be quite straightforward. There's no whistles and bells. You just create a nice solid web page. Yeah. But I've never done it before, so this is a bit of a challenge.
There are other free browsers, and you can buy more advanced website publishers.
This is amazing.
This software means you don't need to be a computer programmer. If you can write a letter on a computer, you can make a web page.
Now, I want to put an extra bit of text onto my website that's the dictionary definition of the word presenter. And I'm going to use one of these. It's a portable scanner.
Just press the scanner on the
just
page
type
and
it.
slide
Yeah,
it over
it'd be
the words.
quicker to,
You can check the text you've scanned on the screen.
Okay, it's all there.
Oh, it's
The
full of
text there.
typos.
I was going to say, yeah, I bet it's full of errors
All
as well.
working in my browser. Now I have to publish it. Put in the website where it's going
Just
to.
going to add a link now
put
to
in
my
the
Patreon.
username. Put in the password. Okay. Go. Go, little website. It's not working.
Hang on, how's that
Not
connected to anything? There was no...
Oh, there was.
Was there an Ethernet cable?
I'm pretty certain it is. No, wasn't it? Didn't have Wi-Fi at this stage.
For some reason, the publish button isn't
I don't know.
working. But there
I
are
don't think
plenty
we
of
did.
other pieces of software
Hang
which
on.
can transfer files over the internet.
Oh, bit of Jamiroquai.
That's it. It's all uploaded. So I now have a page out there on the internet.
What's the address?
All I need now is someone to
Oh my
show
God,
it
it's at
to
Brick
down
Lane.
at my local cyber cafe.
Before
Yeah,
it
it was.
cool.
You're right. It's just
Right,
Ethernet.
Adrian, this is my moment of truth. Be gentle, because this has taken me all day. Do you recognise that bakery?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Right
that's
at
up the
the end of
road,
the
isn't it? Yeah. So what's this one here?
Currently, it's Old Spitalfields Market, known to locals as the Spit. Now, in its day at the turn of the century, it was kind of like the local supermarket.
So, Adrian, I'm going to put you on the spot. Comparing it with the real internet, proper commercial sites out there, give me a mark out of 10.
2.
Oh no! Okay, given that
Wow.
I made it in a day.
Harsh.
6.5.
I think that's probably
Okay.
to be honest. I don't think
He's
it's
a
going to be your
charismatic fella. I bet they're really glad they got him on the show.
You might be website of the hour.
website.
Don't be lying a bit, you
Thank
twat.
you very much.
Now, let's find out how our online computer
Okay, well, I'm
gaming...
pausing. Right, we absolutely in future need to like look through these because it would have been amazing to have her with us right now talking about
Yeah,
this.
that's
Like,
true.
you know, what was that like? You know, it would have been brilliant. Yeah. Next time, maybe.
Camp is getting on. There's Elliot firing away there. And here is that picture from London of the webcam.
What game is he
picture.
playing?
What's
Is that
that?
Leeds?
Yeah, what is happening? What are we supposed to believe is happening there?
Really well. So I'm batting out for the lead at the moment on
Is it Quake?
75 points.
What?
Not quite. You're in the lead, but you haven't quite won yet.
Oh, no,
Not
yeah, it
quite
looks
in
like
the
Quake,
lead,
yeah.
just-
It
just
does look
off the
like
lead.
Quake, but
And
why
how
is
does
it
it
playing
look?
it
Yeah,
with
there's
a
all shit in the way.
controller?
It's
Real
adds a new
keyboard and
reality to
mouse,
the game,
obviously.
just that you feel like you're there. And
And he's not even really wearing those goggles. They're like...
And what about the game?
Yeah, they're like
Chair
over his
with the
head.
3D glasses and all.
the chair's stunning. I mean, I do like the chair, and it really does just add that depth to the game. Realism.
Oh, it's
Elliot,
part of the
thank you
chair.
very much.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well,
yeah.
it's the
It's
moment
like
of truth for
the
the
Days
Goodmans.
for Secret
We've
Lab.
challenged you guys to book yourselves a romantic weekend away online, only using the internet. Have you managed it?
We have. We
They had a budget of 250 quid. They wouldn't get you 2 nights in an Airbnb at the moment.
Total price £278. Now your budget was
Whoa.
250 quid. Gonna have to have a whip round.
Yeah, to get your
Or
head
you're
out. I'm
not having
afraid.
any pocket money for a bit. Now, how was it? I mean, that's an amazing achievement for first
It was
day.
really easy, actually. I was surprised how easy it was. It was really good.
Are you going to be on the net more in the future?
Oh, definitely.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Well, well done.
I've never
now,
used it.
boys,
Never used
this
it.
looks brilliant. This is your Halloween invite email.
Certainly is.
Oh my God, here we go.
Can you hear that? Fantastic. Bit of
Yeah,
music.
pull the microphone away in case we can't clear it, please.
Yeah, we just downloaded it straight off the internet. It was
So you got free bits of graphic that you downloaded from other sites.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You actually made an email.
Fantastic. Well, Bill,
All right, so what you've actually done is stolen other people's intellectual property.
Yeah.
So
Well, they have
do
been
be
pretty
careful.
good. They've been working very hard,
This is
but they
before
also thought in
NFTs.
advance about what had, the right tools
Wild
available. I
West.
think that planning really helped.
Well done, all of you. Now, if designing your own special
Who was
email
he?
sounds fun,
Did
all
they
you
explain
want
who
to
he
do
was?
is
Expert.
publish on the
Okay, fine.
internet. Visit our website, www.bbc.co.uk/TW. We'll be hosting our own special
days
web
before
clinic with Bill,
SEO.
and you'll also find details about all the kit featured tonight. And while you're there, we want you to vote for your favourite websites so we can compile a Tomorrow's World
Oh my
top
God.
10 search. Hurry, 'cause we'll close the
Imagine
poll
that
at
was
midnight
happening
tonight.
today.
Yeah.
Future World's on here in Bristol until the 5th of November.
Yeah, the top
and of course
100 we've had to
until the 30th of
moderate.
October.
And remember, if you're an internet novice, Webwise is here to help. If you want details of how to get on a free taster session, call us on 0800
fucked it.
100 900.
Never
That's
working
0800
TV
100
again.
900. And in case you were wondering, Philippa had a lovely baby boy.
Mum, Dad, and little Fred are doing fine. Philippa's back soon. We'll see you next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Bye.
Bye.
It's so strange because, like, obviously someone must have really pushed for this
with Bristol's elite police squad
to
next
be
tonight
like
on
a
BBC
BBC
One
thing
in
because
Car Wars.
surely the BBC must have felt somewhat threatened by, or maybe at this point it wasn't even worth considering as a threat, right?
Yeah, 'cause
No,
it
I
was
don't
just
think
so
it
alien.
was.
Yeah.
Not this
Like,
time.
hey, people can do their little chats and their little
Yeah.
emails. That's not us. You know?
Yeah, I suppose it wouldn't really have like seemed to be like something that the BBC would have to, like obviously like, oh well, we can chuck up some websites, we'll talk about it on Tomorrow's World, but it's not going to be like, oh, the main way we distribute some of our programs in the future.
Yeah,
It's just
fascinating,
it is.
October 2000. I mean,
He looks like Bob Mortimer there.
it does. Actually. Yeah, yeah. That was brilliant because that was, and you were right earlier, James. That's such an fascinating period where, WAP was beginning and other internet stuff, and it was, it felt like a lawless day. It felt like there's new developments every week. That was when I guess iPhone's a long time away, but that was when you saw a new phone. It was like, oh my God, this now this phone does that. Now this phone does this. I think there's a website I used to go on called like Expansys. Does that ring a bell to either of you two? Where it showed like every newly announced phone.
Yeah.
And I'd always look at that, like the new Nokias and the new what are they called? Like, well, it's like there's mini organizers I used to have in Boots and W. Smith. So they're like,
oh yeah, was it the
PS
Pocket Pro? Or, no, am I making that up? I can't remember.
I think like Scion or
Yeah, there was Scion did it was like Scion Series 3 and then there was the Series 4 and all that stuff.
Was it Boots or I think it was Boots. Like every time I saw them, I was like, "This is amazing! It's like a little mini computer in your hand, and you can go on WAP." Yeah, that was such an exciting time because things were changing. It felt so quickly.
Did you ever have one of those like digital organizers for kids?
Yeah, we had one of those. I also had one of I had a grown-ups one.
Did you?
Later on? Yeah,
Oh,
which
shit.
was they were pretty cool.
I had one that was like it was blue, and I can't remember what it did. I remember like you could send messages to other but it had to be like the same unit, right? Like, so you had to like force a friend to go out and buy one. So basically it's like, oh yeah, apparently it can send messages, but I literally never once got to do that because you had to like they had like a little infrared blaster on it, so you'd have to get two of them and point them at each other like on a desk and be like, right, send, wait 30 seconds for like a short text message. Absolute waste of time. And I think it had like one or two games and then a calendar. I think that was about it. I thought it was cool as fuck though.
It was. There was loads of really good stuff during that.
So this thing I've got here right in my hand was I'm not sure if you can see that.
Oh yeah,
It's basically this was the most important thing I had when I was a child. So basically, I went home a couple of weekends ago for a funeral actually, but it's all good. And my parents gave me loads of stuff to take home. One of which was this.
It's still sealed, Matt.
No, this was like an old Meme Machine. This is a Meme Machine Sega kind of like bag full of like stuff I liked, right? I guarantee there'll be a Scion thing in here. I guarantee. Oh my God, there is! Look.
You kidding me?
Can you? Is
Will it focus? Oh my God!
New generational, and they might be. I'm not sure if it's the worst or what. And look, in Boots, the actual pamphlet.
Holy
Look at
shit!
that.
Oh my God! Yeah. What else have they got in there?
Come
then?
on,
Is that, whole,
that still looks pretty cool.
It
I
does.
was so obsessed with it. Look, The Series 3A. I'm not sure. Can you even read
That was
this?
the one. Yeah, that was the one that was majorly
Is that
successful.
backwards to you, or is it
Palm top. No, that's fine. Yeah.
Look, I mean, I should do a stream. I've got. Oh my god! Look, electronic organizers 96, 97.
How many of these have you got?
Look, this bag had
I
everything
Matt,
I loved.
You've gone like full Matt Murray, like Drew.
Yeah,
That's
but in the best possible way.
This is the Amiga Home Assistant pamphlet from 1995.
Damn.
Company can do it.
Amiga Magic.
Silica. I remember those. Silica. Those. They sold stuff, didn't they?
Yeah. This is basically just an incredible. I mean, look. I mean, I don't know who or what this is, but it's the Silica PCs, games, and
God,
things.
yeah.
1996.
Debenhams.
Oh. Yeah, Debenhams. Oh, I should maybe like go through and like just be going through this because I was obsessed and like this. I've obviously given loads of old magazines, but when I saw this, I was like, I'm so glad that
Holy
I
shit,
kept
Argos ones.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Fuck, man.
I've got loads of things like that at home. Well, back in the UK as well, just like in boxes. That every time I go, like, my dad's like, "Can I get rid of these now?" And I'm like, "No, I still need all those.
Oh my
Never
god,
know.
the collection of Game Master. There's no year on this, but look, it's a Dixon's Christmas gift guide.
Holy shit, man!
Look at it.
Wow.
Why is there no year? I can't believe it.
Must be a clue inside somewhere, right? We can probably date
clues
it.
from what they're selling.
Look at the back. Look at the
Jesus.
prices.
Oh, it's a P100.
£1,500
God,
quid.
do you remember the day? Like, because I remember, like, obviously not having a PC, and like a few friends had one, and just you'd look at pages of like, and it was just basically fucking identical grey boxes with a monitor on them. But like, oh, this one's got MMX. Oh, this one's got.
It's a P166 with MMX. It's got 32 megabytes of RAM.
I remember like being in like Dixon's or. Sorry, go on.
This.
Holy
wow!
shit.
Yeah.
Now we're
Here
talking.
comes the Predator.
Here comes the Predator. I mean, you wouldn't put that on a magazine cover now, would you? That's not.
No, legally you can't. Oh my god, the prices! Oh god, this might rip. This is probably a collector's item as it is, but look at this.
That, Sean, is one of the best jokes you've ever done.
Yeah, I'm already feeling a bit iffy about it. So.
No. 250 quid. Look at that.
Jesus, what were all the buttons for on the controller? Were they ever actually that useful?
Yeah, for some games, it's like you press them, like for Doom, you could like press it and it would change the guns and all that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
This pamphlet does not mention the controller, just games. Unbelievable. I've got stuff. I mean, I collected too much, but
Nice.
Oh, brilliant!
Look at that.
Cool.
Just the pamphlet. I've got.
It's just funny, isn't it? Because obviously, like a lot of this stuff, like we probably all had at some point, but it never occurred to you then that like, oh, this will actually give me like a fierce bolt of nostalgia at some point. It's just
Right on the back of this Boots thing, it's got some other ones which unfortunately I don't have, but look at them.
Oh, that one's got. What's the? Oh, is that like a music, like a CD player?
Word processors. Yeah.
Size of that camera. Fuck me, you can knock someone out with that.
You can kill a man with that. Look at that trying to organise that. But when I went to Boots, I always used to go to that section because look at it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I should
It's
stop.
It's funny, like I was talking the other day about obviously like the death of bricks and mortar retail and stuff, and I was saying how it's weird how like one of the first things to go, one of the things that suffered the most is like the big department stores, whereas that's actually like the one thing I'm quite nostalgic for, like over Christmas, like watching like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, the bit where they go to do some Christmas shopping, and I'm just like, fuck man, do you remember just being in shops with shitloads of cool stuff in that you otherwise wouldn't see or even know about in some cases without going to the shop? Yeah. Just fucking magic, but
man. Yeah. I'm so glad I kept this rubbish.
You should totally do that. Fuck Comet.
96.
Best sounds of 96.
Yeah.
Fuck,
look
man.
at it. Oh, I'm going to burst with nostalgia.
You should definitely do a stream that way. You just leaf through some of those. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
There was something really nice about that era, though. Like, also, like even just going to music shops and like you never knew what you were going to find there, like at all.
Yeah.
And like when in school, you'd hear like a rumor that there was like a new interview CD or whatever was there, and it's like, so you like say, Dad, can you drive me to another town because I've heard that there's a CD that I want to buy.
Well, yeah, and like even with games as well. Like I remember, I think it was one of the Soul Reaver games. I think it was like Soul Reaver 2 or something. I remember just like, well, I'd seen in a magazine 3 months ago that this was the release date, so I'm gonna get the train into Manchester and see if it's in the shop. And then you get to the shop and they go, no, it's not here. Don't know when it's coming out. And it'd be like 6 months before it actually came out. But you just,
I guess I go home now.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I might go to McDonald's, I suppose. Man. But then, like, then also I remember, like, you know, going to like game, like the game in Manchester Arndale Centre. It was like a fucking library, but like in the best way. Like just going in and just like, I can't believe there's this many games. Like it just seemed absolutely real. Like, and you walk in, there's like a massive telly, you know, playing the intro video for Final Fantasy VIII, and you're just like, what the fuck is this?
See, that's the thing. That was one of my favourite eras for like game stuff because of the fact you could just go into game as well, and you just find stuff and be like, I'm going to take a punt on this. I have no idea what it is.
Like,
and it could be something really cool. You know, it used to happen sometimes. It was.
It was good.
James,
you mean game? You mean
which
are the crystals again?
Shit, I remember that one.
No on any of these, which is very annoying. But I guess you can take a guess maybe from the titles listed on the back.
What have we got? I can't quite remember. Oh, we got Doom 2.
Mega Drive. We've got Mario.
They got Gloom. That was like the Doom knockoff of the Amiga. Where Amiga owners were like, see, we can do it just as well as a PC.
Gloom on the same page as Doom 2. So, 20 quid for Echo Dolphin.
Earthworm Jim.
Bargain.
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim before we knew the creator was a twat.
Yes. Okay, no. It was 96 because there we go. There's a giveaway.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll stop now because we'll be all night.
Yeah. Cool. That was really enjoyable. I hope you at home also enjoyed watching that with us. I thought that was really fun.
No, that was just such a perfect era. I love to find others around that time. It'd be great to find one in like 2006 or something just before the iPhone. Like we've heard rumors of Apple who make the computers.
Because when did Tomorrow's World end? But I mean, that's the irony, right? Is that Tomorrow's World as a show was presumably basically killed by the internet, because who's going to watch a television program about tech stuff when anyone who's into it is on the internet? I'd love to see when like the last episode was, and then sort of go sort of around then.
That would be good actually.
Yeah. Right, cool. Call it a night then, shall we?
Let's do that.
Thank you so much for watching this, especially obviously if you're watching this because you're a $10-ish patron. Thank you so much. We properly appreciate it. We should say like we've had like a big surge this month, thanks entirely to our wives. So I feel like I'm gonna have to buy new something when the money comes through in a few days. So get her a bottle of gin. Does she not?
Doesn't know. No.
You should probably tell her.
Something to do it for free.
I mean, let's see how much. You know, if obviously if the money comes in and it's like an extra, like only works out as like an extra 20 quid each, and whatever. But if it's significant, I think we should probably say something. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this. And see you later.
See you for the next one. Yeah.
Cheer it. We'll try and do it earlier in the month.
Yeah,
definitely. Because February's been weird, but we got there just about. But
we'll be more organised. We definitely next month we'll be more organised. We said that about 2 years.
Yeah,
definitely next month.
Cheers, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.